Hello everyone, I am Cafepido, and it's time for part 4 of Legendary Birds. So, let's see... Alright then... Oh, I think Resilient was a mod thing, right? I should have made sure to put that in the video as well. Oh, regarding Moltres' attack, I previously did not properly take note of the distinction here between targets and all units. The reason Moltres applies dry to all units is because it's just... all units means just that. Apparently it does also damage burning units that are not, you know, being hit, whether or not they're being hit by your attack. So that's delightful. Anyway, over here we have... honestly, it could be worse. The blobberlings are the big problem here. Excuse me. If you gotta play Farline, doing it with a all flying squad is the way to go, but oh my. I was asked, though, the next time I encounter the submarine mission to try spawning a reactive scion and see what, if anything, that does to the mission objective. So. This is going to be awkward, isn't it? Wow, that's some... let's see, where do I want these guys? I'm already quite annoyed that there seem to be two blabberlings on the map. This is going to be a mess. Shit, maybe I need to get some of my units over there, just for safety's sake. If only to give them something to aim at. Much as I don't really want to... what is it, 2 damage to... okay. I would have liked to not get, hang on, not get webbed, but, so maybe that should be here. Alright, well, I'll just make sure Articuno's clear. But, like I said, I'm supposed to try and use the console to spawn a reactive scion and see how it, affects all this business with the mission objective. Okay, well... how annoying. Okay, so... the snail doesn't matter, this guy matters quite a bit. Alright, first things first, let's get me... just a second here. Alright, so... hang on, was that the wrong one? Okay, I'll try the other version. Sorry, which way did I... okay, so that is definitely a reactive scion. Looks like the second version of that string is the one that worked. Now, let me see here. Okay, drowning units is going to be tricky. I suppose I could... let's see. Hmm. I suppose I could have the submarine, shit. I can't have the submarine shoot here, or rather I could, but... Because if... No, wait, this is not even a water tile, so that wouldn't be a drown. The only thing I can drown here is the snail, but I might need the submarine to, save shit. Frankly, it's tempting to have the submarine target here, but problem is I need to get started drowning things. And I'm not sure I can fully save all the buildings at this rate. So, yeah, I might be kind of screwed, honestly. Let me think. And also everything's wet, which... Actually, wait. That does kind of mean Articuno could literally just freeze every enemy on the map, doesn't it? That is definitely... Of course, that would also kill the reactive scion. I'm not sure if that causes problems for the plan here. Oh, good. I could smoke that. Actually, that would work for Moltres. I could do this and, No, wait, that would push the silkworm into the... What's it called? The building. But I could notionally drop the Fire Blast, which would smoke trees and shove the Blobberling out into Fuck-Offsville. I could then have Articuno... Well, Articuno freeze this building, and Zapdos could just wipe that guy. That works, doesn't it? It's not ideal, but... Plus, I believe if I thought through everything I just said properly, then that does allow the submarine to do its thing on this guy. Oh shit! Oh shit! That was a mistake. Wasn't it? That should have been a mistake, but I guess the reactive scion didn't pop off from the, Oh, maybe that's what I was testing for. Okay. I mean, hopefully whatever... That bit of oddness isn't a problem, but, you know. Do I want to... Yeah, so this guy can just die. Zapdos can get over here and kill this asshole. Okay, that one worked. I guess it's just drowned ones that don't go properly. Well. Okay, that's annoying. Alright, so this guy looks like he wants to drown. If I can get... 1, 2, 3... Okay, good. So if I shoot here, that'll drown this guy and push this guy into Plasmodia shooting position. Then the fly can fucking die for all I care. Where do I want Moltres, though? Could... I suppose I could do like this, which would... Okay, this should also remove wet from everything. should result in the... Well, no, because the spore won't be set on fire, so it won't die from that. That I should be concerned about. I might be better served doing this, actually. Although then... No, wait, let me think here. Nothing works quite how I'd like, but... Actually, I could... Let's see. I could just do this, which would... drown that one guy, put the fly out of the way, and then... have Zapdos... Actually... Zapdos could... No, that he'd hit that, but... I was just thinking I could have him do that, and then... That might, in fact, be easy. Though I could just ignore the spore. Though, I might actually be best served doing... No, I'm an idiot. Yeah, I could just do this. Then that drowns the one guy. At least gets, the Plasmodia cooking. Oh! That... Forgot about the reactive scion in that manner, but... The spore can do its thing for all I really care at this point. Since that building... Or it could... 3 damage? No, okay, never mind. Forgot about the reactive scion thing. Does the reactive scion work on minor units, like spores? I guess it doesn't. Okay. Now, hopefully something I can drown comes out of that. On the other hand, if it dies over the water, does it count? That might be fine then. Let me see. Because if it is... Okay, yeah, I'm good. Now, this guy's attacking that way. Alright, so I could do this. That fly is notably not wet. Do units just get wet at the start of the mission when raining? I don't know how it works. On the other hand, it looks like Zapdos and Articuno are currently wet. And it's not like this would be the first time Moltres attacked, so... I will confess to a certain degree of confusion. Guess I may as well. Should I just kill the Scion or unwet him? Why not? It amuses me that the scions affect each other. Okay, so just... let me check something. I do find it interesting how Moltres' thing that damages burning units still does work, even though the Smoldering Scion is, you know, being itself at me. And, oh, hey. Okay. So, I hope we have learned something today. I assume it had to do with how that mission trigger interacted with other things that happen on enemy death. Oh, hey. That is a lot of cores for... otherwise, for a thing I don't have any slots for. Yeah. I'll hang on to that core, because I would not mind... I assume fanning the flames would double up on roaring fires, but anyway. Oh, hey. Spillways. I don't think I have anything that alters terrain tiles this time, so I'm probably clear, maybe-ish. Alright, if the Silkworm wants to step to Zapdos there, it can go right ahead. Not a problem. Problem. Not a problem. Problem. Okay. So... Zapdos could just one-shot the Silkworm and move on. And then, hell, Moltres could spawn block here and burn push the... Oh! I don't even need Zapdos to kill the Silkworm, although it's still being considered. But I could burn push the, Oh shit, this fly would be pushed into a thing, so that's not cool. Damn, I was hoping to get... But I suppose I can still do like this. Get the, snail out of the way, set a spawn on fire, and get going there. Then I could, How much damage does Articuno do right now? Yeah, actually I could have Articuno go here and shoot this guy and let him hurt himself with Reflect, but it's probably not worth it overall. Actually, I could theoretically have Moltres do this. No, wait, then the snail would be hitting the building behind the fly. Troublesome, troublesome. Alright, let's not try to get too fancy here. That never ends well for me. Though, I could have Articuno take... No, wait, because Zapdos is going to be just as wet as the Silkworm, so that's not a good idea. Let's not... But yeah, having Articuno just take this hit while freezing the building might be a valid plan. And... Oh, is this fly gonna pull itself closer to the mountain? No, I guess flies don't work that way. Would be funny. Actually, the fly could do like this too, but... Just leave the snail there if it freezes. Actually, wait, if this guy's wet, then doing this should just, stop him in his tracks, shouldn't it? Yeah, okay, that works too. Though, still need to get the mites off Articuno then. So, that leaves me what? 4 active Vec? Okay, so Moltres is currently caught, but I could just get Articuno out of the way and do like this, and oh right, I almost forgot the spillways. But this would at least push the snail onto a spawn, drown the other snail. Could also have Articuno do this and freeze this lot. And Zapdos could kill this guy could go here and kill this guy. Oh, he gets smoked before he gets pushed? Even better, I guess. That's one spillway. And let's not forget the other, I guess. Okay, the problem is the spillways and smoke, so whoever's there is kind of screwed, but how many actual dudes do I need this turn? Now, if Articuno gets out of the way, I could have Zapdos do this, killing the Scion and the Snail, and then unfreezing that guy, allowing the other fly to kill him. Which solves the problems, really. Then I could have Articuno go somewhere and repair... Get Moltres over here. Articuno can, I guess, spawn block or something. Or... could spawn block and... No, I don't want... No, Zapdos is wet, so I can't just shoot him. And last turn I have to get the mites off Zapdos one way or another. And if that involves stepping into this fire because Moltres gets webbed from here, so much the whatever. Oh hey, I was half joking when I said that, but I might have meant it. Okay, actually that... I could, again, have like I just half joked, have Zapdos go here and then shoot this guy. And, huh. The fire's gone? Oh, right, it was wet. Oh, never mind. Now he is on fire. I could have sworn the first time I... Does wet not get reapplied when you undo move? Anyway, point is, this fly doesn't matter. These two... or whatever. Actually, if I got Articuno somewhere else, I could have Zapdos go here and pop Thunder. Probably unnecessary, but, you know. And yeah, probably not much point fucking around, but I'll see what I can... Actually, there's no real point in doing it, but I can kill the Plasmodia. And I will do it for the crime of being a Plasmodia. Alright, there we are. And then I just need the damage and health for Zapdos, I suppose. Okay, clear smoke from water tiles. Alright, so might want to be careful about hitting wet units with fire on water tiles. I do recall that being a bit of an issue. On the other hand, I may not need as... I might be able to handle not doing this one if I can get to 7 rep otherwise. Because a grid defense one way or another won't much matter. Now, just to be clear, okay, buoys are not immune to fire, so let's be a little cautious. That's a lot of silkworms. What bastard thought it was a good idea to allow all these silkworms in my presence? Fortunately, I'll be surprised if I can't drown at least one. Now, let's see. I could have Moltres go here and drown 2 dudes. Indeed, it's hard to imagine I'll have a better play than that. I might... This guy's in an... Hang on. I could actually have Zapdos do this, which I think cancels them both because they're wet. Though I could also have Articuno freeze these buildings, then have Moltres kill these 2 like I suggested, then Zapdos just goes and murders this guy. And this guy can shoot ineffectually for all I care. I'd rather have 1 full health silkworm than 2 almost dead silkworms. Because, you know, low HP doesn't exactly weaken the web. Ooh, I could even, well, probably no need to spawn. Huh, now that I think about it, aside from that first mission, I haven't seen much blabberlings. Alright. I won't lie, I'm really deeply amused that I can just get out of the way and let the Scion receive the Silkworm's gift. Now... Of course, if I get Zapdos out of the way, I could burn push like this, and it won't... No, wait, I mean, the buoy will be okay because it's currently wet, but probably not worth it. I could also have Zapdos go here, and it'll cancel the Silkworm, and, Articuno can't quite get where I'd like it, though he could freeze these buildings, which is probably a good move. Now, if I just had... Not quite enough for my tastes, won't lie. Yeah, so... Hmm. Yeah, the positioning's a little awkward here. I might actually have Zapdos spawn block here and just kill the Silkworm because, you know, it's a Silkworm, right? But it's tempting to go for the Plasmodia. Yeah, actually, the Plasmodia makes a lot of sense. I'm overthinking this a lot. Let's get this part now. Yeah, I guess canceling the Plasmodia's actions doesn't matter. Oh, I forgot he'd get Rally from going next to Moltres. Fine. In that case, the Scion can live one more day. Drowning the Silkworm is too good to pass up. I really need to remember I have Rally, because that's such a nice skill. Oh, there's the Blabberling. I knew I was missing something. Alright, so if I just freeze the building, the Blabberling can't do shit. This guy doesn't matter. Seriously, not one bit. Or I could just, you know, burn push the Fly and the Blabberling, actually. If I do this, then the Blabberling explodes to no effect, and the Fly can block a spawn for me. Then I guess... well, yeah. Oh, it's another one! Of course it is. Ain't this game such a stinker? It will do nothing, and it would not have mattered if it did anything. Alright, so let's see. If I can get one more rep, then I will have every core I can use. So I don't actually need to fuck around with the smoke thing. And yeah, given the way Rain interacts with Moltres, I think it might be safest not to fuck around with that here. Because I might end up accidentally adding smoke to a water tile. Whereas I could just, you know, blow up the runaway train. I'm pretty sure we can manage that, right? Okay, so how's the runaway train work? Okay, it's immune to fire despite being burning. And it would be ideal if... alright. I suppose, yeah, it's ideal if the snail comes at lane E, but Beyond that, we'll see. That's a problem, and... Okay, so let's see. If Moltres does like this... No, wait, that's stupid, but... If Articuno were... Yeah, the Scion's there, so that won't really help. Now, I could have Moltres do like this, which would cause the Scion to... or the Snail to block Spawn, and the Scion to be on fire. And get run over by a train. Neither of which are typically good for one's health, in my experience. Or Zapdos could also... Well, it wouldn't stop the Snail where it is, but... Okay, wait, let me stop and think here. Alright, the Fly and the... The Fly and the Spore are the actual problems. I could have Zapdos do this, solve both those. Could also have Articuno get over here and just do that, which might be nice. And then... I wish I had a good angle to burn push the Snail without also hitting potentially one of my own units. But the Snail's not a big deal right now, so I could also just have Moltres go over here and focus, get the Plasmodia burning. Also, I probably need to remember that the train is actually my enemy and should, you know, die at some point. Not that there's any great rush. Come on. Spore, try to... Yes! I love it when the Plasmodia does it. Now, if I remember right... Yeah, okay. Only the boss Snail has a penetrating shot that travels. This one will just totally do the train for me. That's good. So, Snail gets the train. Spore gets the Plasmodia. This Fly can burn, I guess. I may as well have Articuno freeze something. Oh wow, wasn't even paying attention to realize that the Snail was also, or that the Fly was also about to get got by the Snail. Oh shit, I forgot the train moved first. Alright, well. That was dumb, but... I think I'll manage. Alright, so that one's fine. That one could be fine. Okay, so the Blobberling is not doing anything. I mean, okay. Technically, I could just do this. Not ideal, but it works. Actually, wait, it's the last turn. I don't even care if the Blobberling explodes. Wouldn't matter if it did or didn't. I could just do this and not enough. Not enough to make big difference here. Yeah, since the train goes first, I need to kill it. That's all there is to that. Neither of these yeah, none of the VEC are a problem. Why am I even overthinking this? Yeah, they can go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna kill this guy. No reason to waste everyone's time. Alright, I definitely will get 3 more cores. Excuse me. And change. So, oh, I'm good to proceed. Doesn't even matter if I somehow cock up this mission. Though I confess I'd be pretty surprised if I totally fucked up this part after the rest. Alright, that's one problem. Okay, that is actually a bit of an issue, but... So, hang on. If I... I guess I could do like this, but... Wow, this is annoying. Okay. I could just have Articuno freeze these 2 buildings so we can let the boss slide on it. And then have Zapdos... Or no, wait, it would be these 2 buildings, but... So... Since, you know, nobody would be catching fire yet, I guess? I could push these so the boss is spawn blocking, and the snail is hitting the, Silkworm rather than Zapdos. Then have Articuno freeze buildings, and... Or... I could just have Moltres burn push, the Silkworm, then have Zapdos... hit the boss, who, if he's wet currently... should be cancelled by the... Actually, wait. If Zapdos does this, do these guys both... I'm not gonna try and untangle status condition logic. Okay, if Zapdos has enough health for that to not... Okay, so if the wet status was not being applied here, then I don't even know. And I don't even care. Alright, I'll just repair him, let the Silkworm die, and call it a good job. Oh, shit, I forgot the Scion was gonna... Doesn't matter. The Scion will be dealt with, and the crab will still be on fire. Okay, this does not matter. Zapdos could just go over here and shock both the boss and the Scion, which should result in the boss's death. Also, I could then subsequently burn push the boss and the snail. And, well, at that point I almost don't give a damn, but... Could freeze that, or freeze this, you know, corporate building. Actually, this is probably the better move. And then, well... Okay, so this guy doesn't matter. These two matter, and this guy. Now, if I have Moltres get over here and burn push this way, then the spore will not die, but... Or rather, the spore will die and the fly will do something. Oh, and he'll be... The fly will end up on fire. Like this guy's not a problem. But... I probably should just kill the Plasmodia or something, though. Or at least get started killing the Plasmodia. Yeah, actually, this would probably be the right move. This guy can break some ice for all I care. Oh, wow. I didn't know flies enjoyed the taste of ice so much. I mean, when I was a kid, I chewed on ice a lot, but my mom always said it was bad for my teeth. Could just do this and then... Oh, hey. Yeah, this guy doesn't matter, but I do kind of want to kill him. No, wait, this. The silkworm can spend a while burning. Wow, another skilled roll. Who'd have guessed? Boosters, of all things, would have actually been a mildly useful thing to have. If I had more, you know, weapon slots. But... Oh, nanofilter mending, how much more so, though? Sadly... Totally don't have room. Anyway. Anyway, thank you for watching, and join me next time for the final battle.